Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon to some of you, depending on where you are. And I welcome you to this program. While you are joining, invite other people to join. If you are joining us, invite others to join. We are live on YouTube at Judge Money Blog Africa. If you go there, you like the video, algorithm will continue to do the sharing. If you are watching from YouTube, from Facebook at Judge Money Blog, you continue to share. I believe you continue to share and invite others to join, because there is very alarming story that I came across, you know, that I want to talk about. This story is very alarming. It is an abomination. And before we go there, before we go to give you that bad news, I want you to pay attention to a video which I came with. There is a video that I came with. I want you to pay attention to. The reason why I want you to pay attention to that video is for you to see the level of, you know, inhuman, you are being put through. I want you to see what these politicians see you to be. These politicians see you as nothing, as nobody. These politicians see you as somebody they will use for their caricature, their political caricature at any time. That is the reason why you will see things like the things I am going to show you in this video that is right in front of you. It is happening because in this video, you will see the level of insult to the people you voted for into the office are given to you, because they know that they have placed you in an abject poverty. They know that they have placed some of you in abstract poverty, that there is no way they cannot control and manipulate you. And because whenever you see money, you lose your head. Whenever you see money, you can no longer recognize your surname. It has been the problem of so many of our people. It has been the problem of you that is from that zoological republic called Nigeria. Let us see this video where a politician is busy throwing money in the middle of the road. People are jumping up and down. People are even trying to kill themselves while jumping to get this money. I want you to pay attention to the video. It's just a digression before we go to what we have. We have three things to talk about, and we are not going to last more than an hour, and we call it a day. So pay attention and share the video. Invite other people to join. Let's watch. I hope I hope you saw what is going on there. I hope you saw it. That is exactly where these people, how low they know that you can stoop. This is a governor, this is a politician, rather, a politician throwing money for you on the road, knowing that you are a beggar, knowing that this some of these people that they have no choice, and this is the sort of their campaign that they are doing. Of course, this is a very common thing that you see in Nigeria. That is the reason why they will be able to do anything to put you in poverty so that they will be able to control you. A poor person is a stupid person. Let me be honest with you. A poor person sometimes is a stupid person. And that is the reason why this government will continue to be placing you in this poverty, to make sure that you do not breathe, to make sure that there is no way whenever they ask you to jump, you must ask them how high do they want you to jump. Because this is the reason, this is a systematic way of mentally enslaving you, and you are seeing it right before your eyes. You are not doing anything about it. Every time they say hello, start throwing money on the road, regardless of whom it is that is throwing money on the road for you, that person is actually insulting you. If you don't know it before, know it now. Anybody that cannot line you up and give you money and share it amongst you, and they start throwing it up on the road, that person is insulting you. That person is reminding you of the condition they have placed you as a politician or as a whoever they are. They are reminding you that you are nobody. That is the reason why they will continue to be your leaders and you will continue to be their servant. And you believe that tomorrow things will be all right. Nothing is going to be all right, my dear man. There is nothing that is going to change except you change your ways, the way you reason, except if you change your manner of approach, except if you change the way you see things. Because what you are seeing happening in Nigeria today, it is the program. It is a program. The program they have programmed very many years ago that they will place you in a poverty, and you will have no choice than to sell your dignity. Whenever they ask you to jump, you tell them, how high do you want us to jump? Even when you are there, they are done asking you, ask them, can I jump more, so that you will increase the money. This is the way. This is how they see you to be. This is the way they will continue to undermine you until you begin to reason, until you change your manner of approach, until you be able to control yourself and know that man does not live by bread alone. This is exactly the reason why so many of you are being told you now. You know where it happened. This incident took place in Osun State. In Osun State, a politician passing by, throwing money for you on the air. That is the contraption that was created for you by Britain, that is being nurtured by these cabals in Aso Rock, that will never allow you to breathe. These cabals in Aso Rock, they will never allow you to see the light of the day. The only thing you will continue to see is poverty. They continue to give you poverty. They continue to give you terrorists. Because, you know, there is a saying that says, silver and gold have I not. What I have is what I will give to you. So these people that you call your leaders today, employment is what they have not. Elevation of the youth, they have not. Infrastructural development, they have not. The only thing they have is what they are giving to you, which is terrorism. Terrorism is what they have. And that is exactly what they are giving to you. Using an imposter to rule over 200 million people. And you people look at yourself. Some people will come out on the TV and say, Nigeria know they carry last. I will be wondering, what type of last are these people talking about? They will tell you Nigeria know they carry last. On what ground? Nigeria know they carry last. Ndi beribe. I when I look at these people, I laugh. Nigeria know they carry last. Look at my background. Boko Haram, I swap. Al-Qaeda's in my grade. Nigeria know they carry last too. Nigeria know they carry last for criminality. Nigeria know they carry last for terrorism. Nigeria know they carry last for killing their people. Nigeria they carry last for trying to, to make sure that they please their white counterpart. Nigeria they carry last by trying to elevate the, colonial structure that is killing you. That is where they know they carry last. Nigeria they carry last because they don't know how to make use of the resources that they found in that soil. That is the reason why Nigeria they carry last. And that is the reason why Biafra is born and Biafra is here to stay, because we understand that there is a blessing that Chukwu Okike Abiama gave to every nation to use it to sustain and to build to introduce equitable growth to the nation, and to make sure that there is infrastructural development, there is hospital, there is schools. In Nigeria is where the school children are at school today. They will be doing their morning assembly inside a dump of water. And tomorrow you come and tell me Nigeria know they carry last. And they will tell you as a celebrity, where are you from? You say, I am from Nigeria, a proud Nigeria. Do you know that Nigeria is an insult to the black world when you travel outside Nigeria? When they show the images that coming or data that is coming out of Nigeria, when they show it to black Americans, they will now tell you that in Africa, they will use it to analyze the whole of Africa. They will tell you that Africa is like a zoo. Hey, Africa. They will tell you, do you guys have development over there? That's how they will, do you guys have pipe-borne water over there? Do you guys even have electricity? Are people there acting like human beings? That's exactly how they're gonna ask you, because it is the way you people are nurturing failure, the way you people are recycling poverty, the way you people are recycling criminality, which led me to the story of this innocent young girl. To the story of this innocent young girl that Nigeria has destroyed her future. This is a very, very small girl, a minor. Number one is that this child is a minor. It is, in fact, she's a child. Now, there is something that I want you to understand that is going on in Nigeria, that I will see if these things now, the people who supposed to, the advocate of human rights, if they will not talk about this. This is the child. The name is Chiamaka Okoro. This child's name is Chiamaka Okoro. 4 months ago, in Imo State, under the leadership of the man who wear watch of $1 million, Hope Uzodimma. This man, under his leadership, DSS, kidnapped this little girl. I hope you are seeing this little girl. Share this video, because we are going to show the world that indeed Nigeria is what you see it to be. A damnable contraption that does not have respect for anything. That they do not have respect for anything. Look at this child. I don't think from men looking at this child, if you look at her, you will know that this child is not even up to 15 years that people say she is. She is not up to 15 years. It's just that so many people does not know their date of birth in Nigeria because they don't have a system that registers the birth or the, the population. They don't have that system. Anybody can answer, they can tell you that they are whichever age they wish like they want to become, depending on where they want to present the age. That is the reason why Tinubu, old man, Jaguda man, is telling you he is 70. That is the reason why he's telling you he's 70. When you look at this child, you will find this child to be like a 10, 12 years old child. But this child was kidnapped by the DSS. This child was kidnapped by the DSS under the leadership of Hope Uzodinma, the man that wear a watch of almost $1 million. That is this girl. 4 months ago, and they put them in the DSS dungeon. You see, when I told you that Nigeria happened to me at a very tender age, where we did not commit any crime, just like this girl, we were where we are, they just, troop in, start taking everybody that is around within that vicinity. They said there was a crime that was committed within that vicinity. They started picking up everybody. I believe it is the same faith that this young girl of maybe 12 years old found herself into. And it wasn't only her. It was not only her. But the reason why we are presenting this, as, using her as a point of contact with regards to other activities that is happening in Nigeria, injustices. This is a child. If you look at this child, you will understand that this child is within 10 and 12 years old. People say she is 15, but I don't believe that. I don't agree with them. They don't know the age of this child. Now, guess what? The breaking news is that this child has been in the DSS facility in Imo State, Owerri. DSS facility, was arrested for no reason because they were found walking, maybe in the evening. And they picked this child up. After 4 months, the news has it that this child is pregnant while at the DSS facility. Who impregnated this child? Who impregnated this child inside the DSS facility? Are you hearing the amount of inhuman treatment that is being given to people? I want the world to judge this story. I want the world to intervene in the story of this child. Even if you don't intervene in any other story, this child, justice must, be served for this child. This child was impregnated by different DSS, DSS officers. They were counting census on this child. They rape the hell out of this child. That's why the child become pregnant. If you might be asking this child who impregnated you, she might not even know. She might not even know, because they pick up these young girls. They use them for sex work. They use them to service themselves, their miserable selves in that DSS facilities. This is exactly what they do. That's why they impregnated this child. And it is not only this child that they have been using. For you to see the amount of evil that is happening in the damnable contraption, zoological republic, that they don't even know. Anybody, they just bring out their prick, put in any hole where they see. These are animals. These are uncircumcised set of animals. Tomorrow you want me to belong in a society like this. Tomorrow you want me. If I did not pay my cell show, they call it cell show. If I did not pay my cell show, maybe one of all these animals will rape me in that police custody. If I did not pay my cell show, or if I did not pay I first of all I have to pay the police to be in open cell. And this is exactly the what happened to this child. They have found this child being a Fulani people in charge of the DSS facility, being Hope Uzodinma, Fulani maid, Fulani slave, you know, that, they pick up this child, uncircumcised set of bigots, that does not, they cannot even talk to a woman normally. They will see this child as a prey. They start, you know, raping this child. They raped this child. They raped the status of this child. They took advantage of this child. They destroyed this child. And if I may ask, if you may know, this child will not even go through a rehabilitation because Nigeria does not know about such things. If eventually the family of this girl, because the family is poor, they cannot do anything. Because in Nigeria, if you don't know politician, you are alive, you are gone. If you are in the custody of police, DSS, army, if you don't know anybody, you will be there for years without committing any crime. It is no longer a joke. This is no longer a joke. A child of 12, they say she's 15. They said, but me looking at this child, she is 12. If me looking at her, she is a very little child that one idiot, one evil, one devil, one demon will bring out their prick and start raping this child and impregnate her under the watch of Hope Uzodinma. Under the watch of Hope Uzodinma. Hope Uzodinma, your daughter, if this child is your daughter, or this child is not, this child cannot be your daughter, rather your granddaughter. This child, it can be your granddaughter. If this child was your child, would you have allowed this child to be in the facility of the DSS? Hope Uzodinma, to the extent of this child, being impregnated by the DSS? Or are you the one who impregnated this child, Hope Uzodinma? Because you are the one who's supposed to give us account of what is happening in the state where you are presiding over. Because it does not make sense to me. It does not make sense. And you've been seeing the news of this child. You've been seeing the news of this child and her friends in the past 4 months being detained by the DSS. You never said anything. And I believe that you are a father. You are a father, Hope Uzodinma. And they have now raped this child to the extent of impregnating her. Because there is no law that will justify whether they will tell you that this child, did this child did that. If there is a law in Nigeria that will justify that this child allow herself to be slept with, no, there is a law now that will now take it upon this, take it against the person, the perpetrator, that they are raping the state of this child. That is called a statutory rape, because now this child is a minor, does not know anything, and maybe you rape her in the state where you place her because now you made her scared as a child. Now whatever you ask her to do, she does it. This is evil, and the whole world should rise up and condemn the evil. This is a exploitation against the women and children. And this is the same thing they did to us during 1967. They killed women and children. They impoverished the children and women, that mothers were not able to even breastfeed their little babies. That our children become like skeletons, living skeletons. This was what Britain did to Biafrans. And this is exactly the direction that this thing is taking to now. A child is being raped under custody. This child was not taken into juvenile in case if there was any heinous crime committed by this child was supposed to be taken into juvenile, but that was not the case. The child was taken into the custody of DSS, where condemned criminals are kept, and they are making a prayer of this child. Because a Fulani man have never seen a child like this in their religion. They can't touch a child. They cannot even touch a female. They cannot. But once it's another child that is not of the outside their religion, they will exploit that child. They will do anything to that child. That is how evil they are. Hypocrite, uncircumcised hypocrite. If the world cannot see and stand up to to condemn this inhuman treatment on this child, it means that this world is evil world that is full of hypocrite. Hypocrisy is a lot in this world. Hypocrisy. I am having a call. And I am going to pick up that call because it's a woman calling, and that is the reason why the call dropped. It was a woman that is giving me a call, and I know it is in line with what we are doing here. I think I will give it time. Let people air their opinion with regards to what has happened to this child. Where is the child welfare? Good, and you? How are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm okay. Just having a little bit of
You
flu.
sound like you have cold. You
Yeah,
sound like that.
yeah,
But you need to take care of yourself. It's all these exposures, talking and talking. They take a toll on your system.
yeah.
You know, um, you
That's
need some rest and take some remedies.
yeah.
But anyway, my name is Marian Hader. I wish that you get well soon. We need you.
Thank
Now
you.
listen, I just bumped into what you're doing now. What triggered me to call right now are two things. You made the first statement. You said you kind of the way you came across to me, like the people in the custody in the DSS cell or something like that
Yes,
are the culprit. I will put it squarely on DSS. Okay,
yes,
it's the officials of the DSS that are responsible for this rape,
yes,
and they're the ones that should be held responsible, not the inmate.
yeah,
Because anytime you take somebody into custody, the safety of that individual is squarely rest on them. And I can tell you, the way these people in that zoo operate, the officials, the DSS officials will be the one that will be raping this girl, not even the inmates. I can tell you that.
of course,
The
yes,
second thing I want to bring out, the second thing I want to bring out is this. You made another statement that these Janjaweed, these Muslims, that they can't even touch their own children. Let me tell you what people don't know. 80% of these Muslims are pedophiles.
yes.
What do I mean? They even marry children as young as 5 years old. Do you know that?
I know.
Okay. You see these children that when they put the tangerine, that's
Mascara.
put all this lali, put tangerine, carry the grand peanuts and tie their little wrapper and all that. Those kids all of them are completely violated. They all have been disvirgin. Let me tell you something about this culture. They prepare their young ones. There's something, they believe in all these charms. They put charms on their waist that they can't get pregnant. But you see all these alhajis, most of the time you see them sitting down, not even alhajis, all these crazy people that call themselves these Muslims. When they sit down, most of it, and you see a little girl's wear, like a tray on the side. That girl is under that man with their danchiki covering the girl. That's what they do. As old as 5 years, 6 years, 7 years old.
Wow.
So this is this is their culture. I was born in Zaria.
Wow.
I was born in Zaria. I didn't grow up there, but my mother told me all these things when she was alive. These people have no respect. Forget all these things they cover themselves all from head to toe. They are the most promiscuous human being on earth. Go and write it somewhere. So they are not innocent. DSS are responsible for that pregnancy and human rights. I'm waiting for human rights. Wherever they are, where is this guy called Obashi or whatever? What's his name? This is his case. He should come and take these people to court. This is somebody's child that have been violated, raped, and pregnanted. DSS should account for it. Yes. They should make this girl go. Otherwise, they're going to make her go. They must make her go. Yes. That's what I wanted to bring in. Because because that's what I wanted to comment there, because let them not get away. It's not the inmates. They are responsible for whatever happened to that girl. And that, I think, his name is Harrison. Harrison or Wash.
How can he be inmate? How can he be inmate? Do you mix criminal with a child? Do you mix it, female and the male together?
And by the way, exactly, that's what I'm saying. You cannot mix male, even if you call her an inmate. You cannot put a male inmate with a female inmate. So the DSL,
and this is a child that's supposed to be in juvenile.
Know the whole world know. They violated her, they raped her, and this is the result of it. If this girl is not pregnant, they would have denied they never raped her. So Harrison Ogwashi, or whatever his name is, that says he's a leader of human rights in Nigeria, I'm calling him out to go and advocate for this girl. If not, I will know that all of them are part of the whole thing, why the system is the way
Nigeria is full of hypocrisy.
Of course. So this is the time for him to come and do his job. He says he's running what is it called again? Human rights advocate. And he's running a non-profit organization. This is Harrison Ogbash or something like that. Yes. I am calling him out. He should go and represent this girl. This case should get the notice of international community. This is one of the things we are telling all this Western civilization, they don't get us. These people are zoo. Even zoo are better than them.
Of course.
Animals know when to mate with each other. Yes. But these people are so vile. They are so vile. They have no respect for anything called humanity. If this is America, somebody in DSS should, first of all, will be fired and be in jail, in detention right now.
Definitely.
As they investigate this case. It's an outrage. And every mother should rise up and condemn this bullshit and raise an opinion, a voice for this.
For the fact that they pick up this minor and they drop in the DSS facility, not juvenile. What was the plan?
So, because if this is my child, God forbid, I don't even know what I'll be doing by now. I'm telling you the honest truth. So, mother should rise up, or Harrison or Bashi, this is your case. Come and pick it up. Have a blessed day. And get well, please.
All right.
Thank you.
We'll talk. Thank you.
Okay, we'll talk. No worries.
All right. So, I know that we have to hear from other women, their opinion, because this is not a child's play. This is not just any case, because this is a child, a daughter of another person. It can be your daughter tomorrow. You never know. We're having another call. The caller on the line, your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi George Money. It's me, Chisom.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing okay. Just have a little bit of flu.
See this small girl,
yes.
This minor teenager. What they did to her, I'm very, very upset and angry. This thing has gone out of hand. It has gone out of hand. There's no way they will take a 14 or 15 years girl, put into detention for more than 4 months without taking her to court. It's one. Two, again, DSS don't have the right to arrest such case. There's nothing like wandering or coffee in a city, in Imo State, or where they brought her from. Is it the work of DSS or ordinary police to arrest this innocent girl?
I wonder.
If at all. What is the work of DSS? DSS left what they're supposed to do. And arresting, let me just call it, free case.
Are you there?
To bring to their custody for 4 months without taking her to court. At the end, they pregnanted her. Can you remember one of our sister after NSAS that the military people took to arrest her in Obibo? They destroyed her womb. That she went for major operation because of her womb. And many people are still there. Idra Gold, we have never found Idra Gold up to today. It's getting to, it's 1 year. Yesterday made it 1 year.
Wow.
Yesterday made it 1 year, Idra Gold. Just she's celebrating her birthday. Put on Biafran regalian. That was her crime. That was her crime. They arrested her in Enugu.
Wow.
That was her crime. Till now, they have never presented her to the court. The same thing happened to this Chiamaka, this innocent girl. But what made me to feel so bad, and I will never forgive any of our politicians. Forgive all these our ladies call themselves celebrity. If such a thing can happen to this girl, till now none of them can tweet about this girl. For how many days we have been seeing this post? None of them can stand up. Imagine the trauma. Imagine what I have put this innocent girl to. Do you know how many people after they go and take everything they take, they will come every night, come and rest with her. Every night they will come and rest with her. Use her as a slave. Because she comes from, they believe that nobody will speak for her. And all these people that call themselves celebrity, all of them will say that today, that they have passed to be in some level, that it will never happen to them. It will come to you people one by one. It will come to you people one by one as your neighbor house is burning and you did not come to follow and if the Boko Haram did not rape you, the Fulani herdsmen will rape you. Since you people don't want to talk, it will happen for all of you. You people are happy for this election. It will not hold. It will not hold, and it will not happen. All of us will die here. You see this issue, these things that are happening, that people have given their life, people have died. Imagine what they did to this girl. Imagine what they did to this girl. My daughter senior this girl now. When last time I talked about Ilya Shaibu, I asked Apostle Suleiman, I asked the camp president, I said, if Ilya Shaibu was your daughter, the Boko Haram took her for more than how many years? She have given birth, the first one, second one, going to the third one, and you keep on celebrating birthday with your followers, or you come back house, open the doors of your children, you didn't see one. Will you sleep? You want to get that your daughter or that your child, wherever they put her. But other person child are dead. And you call yourself a shepherd. All of you call yourself a shepherd. Such a thing are happening in our society and people are keeping quiet. There's nothing will make me to forgive it. I'm telling you true. There's nothing will make me to forgive any person of them. I mean it. I cannot forgive Nigeria. I cannot forgive Fulani. You see our politician. They are just doing what they are doing. They think that most of us cannot commit suicide because of them. Most of us can commit suicide because of them. I mean what I'm saying. And I have said this thing and I have written it. And I have given to my own family that any day you see me went out, I didn't come back again. They say such a thing happened here in Malaysia. Know that I have met one politician and I died with him. That's all. God bless you. I'll stop.
Thank you very much for calling, Mazi.
Too much.
All right.
It's too much. I mean, it is too much. It's unbearable. It's unbearable. Maybe in their ojo, maybe in their they cannot take it. A man they diamond of $1 million. Well, Oji pensioners when you're on the all for your own state, for the state, now they carry this girl.
Yes.
For your own constituency, your own local government, your own constituency, now they carry this his little daughter, his own child, this little daughter, now they carry this little girl for your own constituency that he has been the Senate before. On above no longer, he passed through these girls their house before going to his own in Omoma. No problem. I got one here.
Thank you very much.
God bless you.
All right. Thank you for calling. People are angry. That is how it is. That is how it is. You know, when I saw this news, I myself I marveled. Like I don't know what to do. This can be anybody's child. This can be anybody's child because there is something they say that that you will be acting like you don't see it. You wouldn't know that it could be you tomorrow. It could be you tomorrow because this is a Biafran daughter. This is a Biafran, a minor. The worst part of it is, how can you pick up a minor and put them in a cell instead of taking them to a juvenile? And this is a confirmation to show you that when I was picked up by Nigeria security operatives, I was a minor. They placed me with criminals. That is the reason why when we talk about Nigeria happening to you, when Nigeria never happened to you, you will not understand it. When Nigeria happened to you, you will understand. Every day we talk about it and nobody is understanding what is going on. We talk about it, you will not understand. But I believe that one day, those ignorant evil, those devil, such a thing will happen to them. They will feel the pain of these mothers, the pain that these mothers are feeling when they carry their children 9 months only for a security operatives to kill them. If they don't shoot them, as they will tell you that it is a mistaken fire. And now it has resulted to a woman, a child being raped in a custody. They just kidnapped these children. It was not of even one child. Let me actually read the article that came with it. Okay, her name is Chidera Ama Efula, a 15-year-old teenager from Ata Umunam Njaba, local government of Imo State. She and 6 other little girls, Oluebube, Uzoma, Chidemma Oba, Favor Azubike, Chiamaka Okoro, Chibueze, Ezike, and Mesoma Ezike are still being held hostage, incarcerated, and sexually abused in the DSS for 4 months now and counting in Owerri DSS dungeon. Can you imagine? All these are Biafran children. What is this? What does this remind you as a Biafran who witnessed or who knows the story of 1967? What does this remind you? That is a systematic way of dealing with your children. During Biafra Nigeria war, they targeted the children, made our children to be skeleton, made the children of those era to be like skeleton, living dead. That was what they made you to become. From these people, from their ashes, we were raised. And we say that we are going to avenge whatever that happened to them. And they, as the people who did that, they have never come up to apologize. Nobody is held accountable. Now they are still using, you see, this is a beautiful child. A child, her future is supposed to be in front of her. Now they have damaged her. They have damaged her physically, psychologically, spiritually. They have damaged her. That is how it is. That is how it is. We are watching. We are watching. And I believe that those who call themselves human rights advocates, I believe that you will get to this video and you will see this inhuman treatment being meted on this little child. And you will ask yourself, put yourself in that shoe, your child or your sister's child, or you put yourself or your mother's or your sibling. You need to just put yourself in that position. Then you will feel the spikes. You will feel the agony a mother of this child will be feeling right now. that one a for uncircumcised idiot that has, impregnated her child from nowhere, and they will keep denying it. All of them uncircumcised amebas, they will keep denying it. They will deny it. They will give the child gonorrhea. They will give the child the syphilis. They will give the child staphylococcus. They will give the child STDs, all type of STDs that they carry. They will give it to the child. Who is there to treat the child? And apparently, the child is still, if I am not mistaken, in the DSS dungeon. They are still holding her. Even after making her pregnant, they are still holding her. What is the crime of this child? Regardless of what her crime could be, for her to be held with criminals in the DSS facility? Hell no. Hell no. This is the level of it. This is how we found it. Now, let's take us back. This now will lead me to, this exposition which talked about how selfish these people from the Northern Zoological Republic are. How selfish, self-centered they are. Let me see if I have that video for you to see how self-centered these people are. Very, very selfish. Their selfishness is actually annoying. It is indeed annoying. And I don't know. I think I will play it with a phone because it looks like where I sent that video, it was corrupted. I will play it with a phone. All you need to hear is that voice, the voice of that phone call. Okay, before we go there, I want us to listen to this. I want us to listen to this.
Forms and ramifications. Now, Nigeria is a member nation. All non-Muslim religions, such religions shall include Christianity. The word Christianity in the communique was underlined. To ensure only Muslims are elected to all political posts of member nations, to ensure the appointment of only Muslims into strategic national and international posts of member nations, to ensure the ultimate replacement of all Western forms of legal and judicial systems with the Sharia, then to make sure that this strategy works, because it's going to require money. Babangida, as the first appointed president of Nigeria, put his hand into the treasury of Nigeria, took $21 billion out and gave it to...
Now, this is now, when you bring this story, what you are listening to right now, you bring it to the story of this child. You bring it to the vision of Uthman Danfodio. Uthman Danfodio, this is how they plant their seed. In your virgin girls, they will rape them. Of course, they know you don't believe in abortion. You believe abortion is of course, according to your belief system, abortion is a crime. Abortion is a crime. That's what I told you. You cannot even touch their women. You cannot even touch their women as a Christian, because you are an infidel. But they will carry your child and they will rape your child. And they call themselves, they are the real believers. Look at it. Are you paying attention? This man gave money that belongs to you, me, and every other person for Nigeria to be Islamized. That's what you are listening. For Nigeria to be Islamized. And while you are listening and paying attention to this voice note, I want you also to be reminding yourself about the exposition I did few days ago with regards to Turkey's activities with Boko Haram. When you are listening to this video, I want you to also think about the activities of Turkey and Boko Haram. The exposition I did few days ago, how Turkey is the one supplying Boko Haram with all sorts of their sophisticated weapons, which they are using to bombard you. Because the primary mission is to make sure Islamic State is declared. Islam, they believe that the only way to expand their religion is through war and conquering people. And that is exactly what they are doing through conquest. And Uthman Dan Fodio started that conquest. It is still alive. It is just waiting for its time to be announced. People will be cut into pieces. People will be killed. And that is exactly what you are seeing happening in Nigeria today. And you are seeing it unfolding. So many of you are just taking it for granted. You are taking it for granted. This is evil. They want to force their religion on you. They want to force their religion on you. Now, let's continue. Let's continue. Babangida. Babangida used your money to pay for you to be Islamized. Uthman Dan Fodio's agenda. Conquerors.
To OIC, to the Islamic Development Fund of OIC, and said, take this money for the total, I'm quoting, for the total Islamization of Nigeria in particular and Africa in general. Babangida paid $21 billion of our money to turn Nigeria into an Islamic nation. And they have started. Boko Haram, don't look at it as something that is isolated to the northeast. It is meant to cover the entire nation until Christianity is eradicated in all its forms and ramifications. Now, this was not mentioned in the introduction because I don't think that is something that I want to talk about, but I just have to mention it. So God told us to go to Turkey and learn certain things. September last year, God spoke that if care is not taken, in 30 to 40 years, Nigeria will be like Turkey. And God told him, go and learn.
Are you listening? That Nigeria will be like Turkey. Nigeria will be like Turkey. Now, when we finish this video, I will still bring you that news from the Middle East. The news, the intel from the Middle East. Are you paying attention? That talked about Turkey being the people who is making Boko Haram strong and stronger. Let us continue. Turkey, because they want because now the people, Turkey is led by Islamic State. Erdogan. Pay attention.
And what happened to Turkey now? Turkey used to be 100% Christian. Today, Turkey is 96.04% Islam. Christianity in Turkey is 0.21%. And God is speaking that if you don't take care, Nigeria will end up like Turkey. Christianity was in Turkey for 1,123 years. Islam uprooted it. Christianity in Nigeria is 172 years old. If we take the starting date from 1842, when Methodist Reverend Bach Freeman arrived in Badagry, you will remember that the Catholics came first in the 13th century. They did some church planting around Warri and Benin Kingdom. They left in 1622. Then the Methodists came back in 1842, about 200 years after that. Now, it is that coming of the Methodists that has now developed to what we have as Christianity today. So effectively, Christianity in Nigeria is 172 years old. Now the point is this: if Islam can uproot the one that has been planted for 1,123 years in Constantinople, tell me, they can't uproot the one that is just 172 years old. As a matter of fact, the spiritual foundation of Turkey, Nigeria does not come near it. Because the 7 churches that Jesus Christ wrote letters to, In Revelations 2 and 3, all those 7 churches were located in Turkey. All those 7 churches.
Greek,
Apostle Paul,
Turkey.
the champion of the church, was a citizen of Turkey. The Macedonia vision that Paul saw, come over to Macedonia and help us, Paul received it in Turkey. Turkey had solid Christian foundations. Islam uprooted everything. So if the Nigerian church is deceiving itself, hey, there is fire on the roof, oh. We go to the north. It's not that I'm living in Lagos, somebody is bringing information. I go there to Maiduguri, to Kaduna, to Kano. I go to meet the Christians who have been persecuted, and I must protest that the church in the south is a selfish and a wicked group of believers because you abandoned the Christians in the north. Look, God is the God of justice. And God is the God of judgment. Let's not provoke him to repay us with our wickedness. Because if God looks at what the Christians in the south have done to the Christians in the north, he will fold his hand and allow Boko Haram to deal with us. We have to go to US. We have to go to Canada, to Poland, to Australia, to New Zealand, to raise Christians that will help and support Christians in the north. Nigerian church is not lifting a finger. It's not that you don't have money. The Nigerian church has money, but they help nobody. They only take and take and take. They don't give jack. I have to skip some things. The sin of irresponsibility. When God spoke, he said the Nigerian church is guilty of the sin of irresponsibility. Okay. So the church in Laodicea, God says, you are blind, you are wretched, you are naked. So the church in Sardis, God says, you have a name that you live, but you are dead. So the Nigerian church, God says, you are irresponsible. What Yoruba is called Oniranu. We have been given so much, we have delivered so little. We only think about ourselves. We are consumed with our comfort.
Okay, that is the end of it. That is the way I saw it. Are you shocked? It is coming. Now let me confirm to you again one more time. When he talked about Turkey, it is not a coincidence. He did not just talk about Turkey as a coincidence. It is not a coincidence.
The news program says that Turkey is clearly a terrorist state with a broad reach. It reports that Turkey is supplying weapons to the terrorist group Boko Haram in Nigeria. 10 TV host Nashat Al-Delhi reported on a leak confirming an intercepted phone call from a few years back confirming the action. He reported in part, today's leak confirms without a doubt that Erdogan, his state, his government, and his party are transferring weapons from Turkey to, this is a shock, to where you may ask, to Nigeria. And to whom? To the Boko Haram organization.
Erdogan.
Well, Raymond Ibrahim, a journalism fellow at the David Horowitz Freedom Center and an expert on the Middle East and Islam, joins us now with more on this. Welcome, Raymond.
Hello, Heather.
Are you surprised by this report? What's your take on it?
No, I'm not surprised. And my take on it is that the actual tape that was made that you referenced and quoted was made apparently in 2014 or 15. And it was reported widely in certain areas in the U.S. and in the West, not so much, and not much came out of it. And the reason, I think, is because Erdogan wasn't didn't have his fingers so much in Islamist politics outside of his own nation. But now that we've seen, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, the ISIS Islamic State Caliph, who was killed recently, and he was found just 3 miles from the Turkish border, which is in fact one of the last, or if not the last bastion of jihadi so-called freedom fighters attacking the Syrian government. It's brought it up again, the fact that everyone is saying, well, look, he's supporting ISIS. So now we're remembering, and that was, I think, the point of the Egyptian show. We're bringing back to see that there's some continuity here. It's not just right next door to Syria, to Turkey, meaning Syria. He's involved with some of the absolute worst Islamic terror groups. Remember, Boko Haram, which its name loosely means Western education is forbidden, Haram, was basically doing what ISIS is notorious for years before ISIS. So the whole, head chopping, crucifying, massacres, enslaving women and children, burning people alive. Boko Haram was doing that. And one of the things that international observers have been noticing, especially increasingly, is that their armaments, their weapons, are very sophisticated.
Okay, he said that their armament, their weapons are very, very sophisticated. Where are those armaments coming from? From Turkey. And these are the armaments that you are looking at right in front of you. The armament that you are looking at right in front of you. Let me remove myself. These are the Boko Haram you are looking at right in front of you. These people, have you now seen the connection of Turkey? Are you now seeing the connection of Turkey to all this shenanigan of Islamization of Nigeria? You can see it. Don't think about what your politicians are doing. Your politicians, they don't have time. They believe they are sorted. They are not thinking the way you are thinking. You are the one who is struggling. And that is the reason why you are looking for solution. That is the reason why you are the one seeing what they cannot see, because they believe their children is in abroad. The only thing they need to do is to fly helicopter, get them to their private jet. They will fly off. That's the end of it. You can die for all they care. That's what they will say to you. And you will think it's a joke. Now, let me bring this to you. A call that was, done by the Northerners about this Boko Haram that you see. For you to understand, when you think about the language that Buhari used in 2015, when he came to the office and tell you, killing of the North or killing of Boko Haram is killing of the Northern Nigeria. For you to know that these people, they are indeed grooming Boko Haram, nurturing Boko Haram, making sure that Boko Haram is up and running and standing tall. That is the reason why they cannot go to fight them. Those people who will want to, from the south, that they believe that, this Nigeria is fighting Boko Haram, we are the military from the south, they are only sending you to be ambushed. In case if you haven't heard it, hear it now. You are only going to be ambushed. You cannot go and kill their people. Buhari made it clear in 2015 to say the attack on Boko Haram is attack on the north. Or you haven't heard it. Let me play this for you. Let me play this to you so that you will now begin to recall that this is the Northern Army. Listen.
Press 1 to copy the tune. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still water.
This is a conversation recorded by a call recorder. I hope you understand what the app called call recorder. If you put it on your phone, it records every call that comes into your phone automatically. Then you will be able to play it later. This is that conversation. Listen attentively for you to understand that you, that is a Southern soldier, going to to deceive yourself, you are going to fight Boko Haram. The same Northern soldiers that are with you to go and fight Boko Haram will be the one to gun you down. No one will give you account. Listen attentively. And then you will compare it with Buhari's utterances in 2015.
Congrats, Nigeria. Happy Democracy Day. Press 1 to copy this tune.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still water.
Alaji, congratulations. Thank you very much, Kule. Thank you very much. Honestly, I accept your congratulations, even though I did it. Because I remember one time when the fighting in Borno, when our people were being killed left and right. Then what is it, Alaji? I said, do you remember one time when our people were being killed in Borno State, left and right, Bauchi, Gombe, everywhere in the north? Of course. I remember you were saying that was there any Southerner among us we were not killing ourselves. I always remember this statement, Mr. Kule. But look at this today now. Today our brother is in charge, and I'm sure he made it clear to the world. The first thing he said was that he was moving the command of Nigerian army to Maiduguri until when Boko Haram is over. So if not your brother as the president, who will do it for you? But we could have done it to anybody in Nigeria. But you can see that some people refuse to do it for us. So really, really, today I understand why we have to have the presidency, honestly. No, it's like that, Kule. Kule is like that. Because how can anybody convince us that some miscreants cannot be dealt with by Nigerian army? Why can't we believe it was deliberately left? Even if there is no involvement of government hand in it, why can't we believe that it was deliberate? Let them kill themselves. Well, it has come out even very clear, because it was at a point in our campaign, they were saying that by the killings of Boko Haram, there will be no population again. In fact, let me tell you why the North insisted that Jonathan has to go, because we had the plan that if Jonathan continues, the same problem will happen in Kano, the same problem will happen in Sokoto, the same problem will happen in Jos and everywhere until when our population is depleted. No. We have had a wonderful experience, honestly. In order to avoid the problem, that's what I said. So whether he accepted or not, the North it was clear voting now. What could he have done? Remember what Babangida did for us? Babangida, you see, what happened was, even when Babangida did it, you understand? Do you get me? The bulk of the population that voted was from the North. And Rimi said it. Since Babangida was in Abuja, Governor Rimi of Kano State, then, former governor of Kano State, he said, if they swear in Abiola in Lagos, Abiola Babangida will have said it is Yoruba that did it. So Abiola should fly to Kano, they will swear him as president, and they'll stand their ground. Before we know, they rallied around Abiola, they said, don't go to North, if you go, they'll kill you. No, this what happened. Do you understand? No. So, but I'm coming now. So Babangida got the... And then, has been him for many years. I'm coming now. I'm coming. Before we are talking about the cancellation now, the cancellation of the elections. And two, didn't you not see that even from the West, there were people who supported there are big men who joined in the cancellation of the elections. But whatever it is, at that time, it was nobody was killing the Yorubas left and right. Babangida was virtually betraying everybody. And today, have you not seen him on TV? Have you not seen how he was looking? Is God not wonderful? Did you not see Babangida? Even though I have promised as from today, so long as he's my brother from the North, even if he's eating everybody in Nigeria, fresh, you come out with Nigerian man leg eating, I will not say it's bad again. Because I have learned how to support my people from what I have seen with Igbos and some people in Nigeria with Jonathan. But you must thank God for Yoruba. Yoruba supported by the otherwise we wouldn't have come. No, I'm coming, please. I'm coming. Let me tell you one thing. I'm coming. Listen to me, Kule. A section of Yoruba supported Buhari. Listen to me, please. Let us make this clear. You understand? We are all politicians. Yes. The Tinebus, since 1960s, since the Oyibo left the country, Yoruba was told one word. We are first Yorubas. You are first Yoruba before you are a Muslim, you are a Christian or Nigerian. Yes. So or not so? Yeah, you are right. Abi? Okay. Yes, you are right. Now, all along, a Yoruba man, whoever he is, whether Muslim or Christian, preferred anybody in this house to rule him than a Hausaman from the north. That's the truth about it. So, fortunately,
I am going to leave it here. I believe that will be a program for another day because it was indeed a long conversation. Of course, you have heard it. That is what it is. When you are killing Boko Haram, you are reducing the population of the north. That's what I wanted you to hear. And they say if Babangida is eating anybody raw alive, they will not talk now because they have learned how to support their people from the Igbos. You know, I don't know. I don't know. Does Igbo really support themselves? Does Igbo really support themselves? This is a question that I would love our people to answer by themselves. He said he learned how to support themselves from the Igbos from the East. So, does Igbos really support themselves? So, I don't know. Maybe they do. Maybe they do. Yes. Okay. Now, you that is a Southern soldiers, Igbo soldier, because if we want Nigeria know they carry last. You carry yourself to go to reduce population of the northern Nigeria. What do you think will be your fate? Ambush. 30 of you were killed. Ambushed. The reason why in Nigeria you wear if you want to wear a cap of police force, wear it one side. The reason why you are wearing cap one side of Nigeria military is it still echoing? Somebody say it's echoing. The reason why you wear it one side like this, you don't wear it in the middle of the head like this, because you no go carry them for head. Nigeria matter, you no go carry them for middle of your head, carry them for one side, because na Nigeria where e be. You know they carry last for ya, they are evil. You know, if you carry him for head, he go kill you. If you take Nigeria swear oath, he go kill you. That's the reason why you know if you carry him for the middle, you carry him for one side. Those who are in the military, it is better you people start finding your way back home to defend your land. This time around, they're just ambushing you. The next time, they will kill you by themselves and tell you war starts. That is how it is going to be. So, in case if you are not aware of what is going on, bear it in mind. The war has begun. It is still being fought like a cold war that so many of you does not want to understand because of your ignorance or because of the money that the politicians are throwing for you on the street. That is the reason why this DSS will look at your daughter, Igbo daughter, less than a minor. She is less than 15 years old. They rape her, they impregnate her, they are still keeping her in the DSS dungeon. They are still keeping her in the dungeon. How can they arrest a child instead of taking the child to juvenile? Does it mean Nigeria does not have juvenile? They do not know, although they don't know what is juvenile. They took a child into a custody. The same DSS who is holding innocent man called Mazen Namde Kanu raped this child, raped the state of this child, raping fear into this child, impregnated her. Today, they are still holding her. The parents of this child might not have the voice to talk, because if you don't have money, if you don't know politicians in Nigeria, hide your face. So I am now going to leave it here. Ịmala asụ ịsụọ n'ikwu, ịmakwa na asụ ịsụọ n'odo, ịsụọ n'mkpụrụ ụkwụ gị. Hope Uzodimma na-agba watch almost R1 million. Watch almost R1 million. $1 million dollar. Almost $1 million watch. That's what Hope Uzodimma is wearing. Hope Uzodimma, almost $1 million watch is what Hope Uzodimma is wearing. His daughters, how much you will imagine where their children are, but she is using other people's children, using them as caricature, destroying the life of other people's children. Their own children is studying in United States. Their own children is studying in abroad in UK. Their own children is studying in Canada. living large, living 5-star lives with your money, with the taxpayers' money. That's what they do. But other people's children, they are like a guinea pig that can be slaughtered, that can be used for experiment, that can be used as a prey for these uncircumcised evildoers in the DSS. Only God, only God knows how I feel about these politicians that you have in that zoological republic. But their doomsday is coming. Their doomsday is coming. Until we meet again, stay safe, stay informed. Bye for now.